Here we are asked to make a the subject. While locating the term a, I can see I've got a here on the top and the bottom. Before I can get a by itself, my first step is I need to eliminate the square root by doing the opposite. Well, the opposite of square root is the square. I must do the same operation to both sides to keep my equation balanced. Hence, I place everything on the left-hand side in brackets and square it, and place everything on the right-hand side in brackets and square it. On the left-hand side, I just had b. I've now squared it, so that becomes b squared. And on the right-hand side, I know that square root and square, they're the opposite, so they'll cancel out, and that will leave me whatever's inside the root, which in this case is 7 minus a on the top, all over a plus 2. As I want to get a by itself, I know the opposite of divide is to multiply. Hence, the opposite of divide by a plus 2, as I've got two terms, place that inside single brackets. I'm going to therefore multiply both sides of my equation by, in single brackets, a plus 2. I know on the right-hand side that multiplying by a plus 2 and dividing by a plus 2, they're the opposites, so they'll cancel. And therefore, I'm just left with the numerator, which in this case is 7 minus a. And on the left-hand side, I've got b squared, and it's now been multiplied up by single brackets of a plus 2. Expanding my single bracket on the left-hand side. When expanding a single bracket, we multiply the term directly outside the single bracket by each term directly inside. Hence, b squared times a, as the letters are different, they go next to each other in alphabetical order. So b squared times a becomes ab squared. And b squared times positive 2 will give us plus 2b squared. And on the right-hand side, I've still got 7 minus a. As I want to make a the subject, I can see I've got the term a on both sides of my equation. Therefore, I need to bring all my terms that include a to be on one side. As I want a to be positive, I'm going to move the negative a from the right-hand side across the left-hand side by doing the opposite. The opposite of minus a, therefore, is to add a to both sides of my equation. As I just want the terms that have a to be on the left-hand side of my equation, I can move any term that does not include the letter a to the opposite side. In this case, I'm going to move the plus 2b squared to the right-hand side by doing the opposite. The opposite of add 2b squared, therefore, is subtract 2b squared from both sides of my equation. On the left-hand side, I know that 2b squared subtract 2b squared will cancel, and that will leave me with ab squared plus single a. And on the right-hand side, I know that negative a plus a will cancel, and that will leave me with 7 minus 2b squared. As I want to make a the subject, I can't add ab squared and a together because they're not like terms. Like terms have the same combination letters. As it's in two places, I'm now going to factorise out the letter a. Factorising out single a, as I've got two terms, I'm then going to open single bracket. What do I times a to get back to ab squared? We're missing b squared. What do I times a to get back to a? Well, as I've already got the letter I want on the outside, I know if there's no number in front of the letter, number is 1. So a is the same as plus 1a. As I've got the a outside, therefore the term inside, therefore it's going to be positive 1. And on the right-hand side, I've still got 7 minus 2b squared. As I want to get a the subject, I know outside a single bracket, the operation is to multiply. So the opposite of multiply by b squared plus 1, therefore is to divide both sides of my equation by b squared plus 1. On the left-hand side, I know that b squared plus 1 over b squared plus 1 will cancel, and that will leave us with single a, which is exactly what I wanted. And on the right-hand side, I've now got 7 minus 2b squared on the top over b squared plus 1.
Can this be simplified?